I know how badly you want to leave this house, and it always makes me emotional when I talk about this topic because I'm living this situation like almost every single day. Anyway, this is going to be an intense one, so this video is going to really help you to not getting like controlled or guilt tripped by your parents, who are constantly like gaslighting you. This video is going to remind you that you are not the problem. You are not bad. You are not crazy to think like that, like they try to install in your mind to think. To prevent that and to prevent you to become like them in the future, in this video I'm going to cover all the toxic behaviors that they can adopt to control you, to guilt trip you, to gaslight you, and how to detach from those moments and always remain in your freaking power. So first of all, I just want to tell my experience. I always thought that I had loving, kind, normal parents. But then as I grow up, as I'm watching all those self-development content who made me become the mature, emotional, intelligent, ambitious, productive person I am today, I realized that no, it's actually not true. Your parents may love you. As kids, they were never told how to healthily love your kids because they were screamed at, gaslighted at, guilt-tripped at, and controlled at. Like, especially if you live in an Asian household, you are going to incredibly relate to this, including the fact that they are extremely closed-minded, scarcity-minded. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how to like survive if you cannot leave yet because you're still 18. And I think that you are going to relate to the fact that, if you're the only one into, self-development, self-growth, you're going to realize that you're the only one, like, first of all, standing up for yourself to their bullshit. And second of all, you're going to notice that no one is like thinking like you, like you're like the black sheep suddenly. This can feel so like isolating, especially like within the family, but in reality they are the black sheep. Like, you're the only one who is right, who is healthy, who is normal. They are not. They are the unhealthy one, toxic ones. So yeah, now let's dive into the 2 toxic traits. They are the most common ones. So the first toxic trait, they are gaslighting you. So for those who don't know, gaslighting means when someone is not validating your emotions and trying to like blame you, trying to make you feel like you are the wrong one. Essentially, it's them minimizing your negative emotions towards them. For example, when you try to communicate to them,
when you scream at me, it makes me feel unsafe, and like, can you not do it the next time? Like, can you talk to me in a calm way? If you cannot do it, then you can pause for 5 minutes and return back and then talk to me.
You're even offering a solution to them, and then they literally say,
you are going to understand when you are going to have a child how hard and stressful it's going to be, and that's why it's normal for us to shout and scream at you. Parents are stressed and don't be dramatic.
And you're like,
no, I'm not dramatic. I'm simply telling how I feel.
So not only they are dismissive, but now they start to shift the blame onto you. So they are going to say,
you always overreact, like you are so sensitive, you make everything all about you. You are so immature, how ungrateful you are. I wish that I left you with someone else.
And doing this, they are literally making you question if your emotions are valid to be expressed or not. Like, basically, gaslighting is literally denying your feelings and their mistake. And then they're going to flip it to you as the problem. They're going to say,
after everything that I've done to you, you're repaying me with this? You are going to regret this. We are the only one who will love you and stay true to you.
They're saying this to control you, literally. And then in the other side, the reaction from a healthy, mature parent would be like listening to your feelings without judgment and like try to understand it, even though at first they may not agree, and they help you to process your emotions instead of denying them. So for example, when you tell them,
I feel scared when you yelled at me.
and then they are going to respond,
Oh, I hear you. Sorry. Let's discuss it together. Let's talk about it.
you see that? Then second toxic trait is lack of emotional regulation. Like basically this is a trait of a little child. It's a very, very, very immature behavior, and it's considered, unfortunately, normal for a lot of households. People are normalizing this shitty behavior. They are going to lash out, manipulate you, or just blame you when they are stressed. So for example, when you constantly forget to wash your laundry, they're going to tell you,
You cannot do anything. You never do anything right. I'm so done with you.
and then a mature parent is going to say,
I'm frustrated because the chore wasn't done. So can you solve this by figuring out together to help you to remember next time?
they always like try to take a deep breath and try to communicate calmly, because this is all what emotional regulation is about. It's the ability for a parent or for a friend, and it can be anyone, to notice your feelings while staying in control and responding to you in an appropriate way instead of screaming and reacting badly and impulsively, like screaming or breaking stuff, hitting stuff, or hit you physically. Because in a lot of Asian families, like it's considered normal for parents to hit their kids, especially when they were young. So and as you grow up, for example, me personally as a teenager, they don't like hit me anymore, but as a kid, whenever I was like acting badly and immaturely and uncontrollably, they would like hit me, and it's considered, unfortunately, normal. And I'm noticing that as the years are passing, as new generations are rising, oh my god, I made a rhyme. I'm noticing that there is a more like increased awareness of how harmful it can be to a child for their emotional health. A lot of people are realizing this, and thank God. I think that in the next 2 generations, this is going to vanish completely. I kind of feel relieved. The third part of this video is dedicated to how to detach from your family members, because you cannot leave them yet. One of the tips that really worked for me is to journal. Write down all your emotions, thoughts about them, about like how unfair it is, like how you are feeling personally, and then try to write a reminder for yourself that you are a good kid. You are right to express your emotions. Like, let me tell you this, okay? Your freaking emotions are so freaking valid. You deserve to be loved, to be listened, to be emotionally validated. Then another thing that I really like to do is to vent it to other people, like your friends, or maybe it can be other like relative members who are healthy, who are actually mature, so they can validate you and give you those validations that you don't receive from your parents. Otherwise, you can journal. Controversial opinion. It can be hard sometimes to detach, because especially if you are living in a household like mine, where you are living in the gray area. It's neither black, neither white. You are just in the middle. Your family members are not even toxic fully and not even healthy fully. So sometimes you are like going up and down in this like wave of fatal. Like sometimes you feel like,
Oh my god, this is the best family like ever. I'm so grateful.
and then like you think,
Oh my god, like I just want to leave. Why am I here?
you know what I mean? And then like you feel guilty because you said,
Oh my god, how could I think that this was a bad family? I'm living so many good, beautiful memories with them.
I think that it's pretty difficult to live in the gray area because you cannot fully detach. Instead of if you were living in the black area, you literally detach fully and like stop caring about them being different and stop like having this emotional roller coaster of confusion. Another controversial opinion that maybe you were going to hate me for that, for saying that it's good to be in a toxic but not fully toxic family, because you can actually recognize what is healthy and what is not. You can still recognize what is like to be loved, to have trust, but still being emotionally neglected sometimes and being shouted at and hit at, you know? So in this way, you can still recognize and choose to change and stop holding on those emotional trauma like baggage from your family, and choose to be in the white area in your future with your kids, to choose healthy relationships and friendships yourself, and then still have empathy for those who really lived in really severe toxic traumatic household. You tasted both worlds, you know what I mean? And some researches I remember even show that those people who lived in the gray area, as I like to call it, in the gray area, they are actually pretty good at not, trust easily other people, instead of those people who lived in the white area where they had the perfect family. Like, they are going to like maybe struggle, like, as I hate to say this, but it's the truth, like they are going to maybe struggle with not fully trusting someone at first. The same can happen if you were living in the black area. You cannot recognize healthy relationships and you are constantly in this hyper analyzing mode with everyone, and you cannot fully trust anyone. So yeah, this is a benefit, as I want to say, unfortunately, to live in the gray area. Or no, I think that there aren't people who fully lived in a white area or in the black area, because in school you can encounter different people, as you go out and socialize. So I think that no one has ever lived fully in a black or white area, you know what I mean, for their entire life. So, and yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm new on YouTube, so I would like you to support me, especially if you are into self-development. Share this video with someone, another teenager, your friend, who really needs to watch this video. Make sure to follow me in other socials and also join my newsletter. All those links are in the description. And remember that you just need to be so proud of yourself. Like, wow, you are healing generational trauma. You're the first one. Congrats. That makes such a huge difference. If every single one of y'all apply every single thing that I said in this video, like, do you know what a huge change we're going to make in this world? We are like this big movement of dream aligners. And yeah, drop a blue heart if you're still here. I made another video about how to survive in a family where no one supports you, and I'm going to share how I personally convinced my parents to drop out of high school to pursue content creation. I'm sure that this video is going to help you, inspire you a lot. And I'm posting every Tuesday, Wednesday and Saturday. And see you the next one, dream aligner.